Those journey. It is what's the date? Today is October 19th. It's a Wednesday. Welcome to Coffee Time. My name is Anthony Bika. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. It is definitely coffee time, and I have to tell you, I have been a little under the weather, and my voice has been a little scratchy. And because of that, it's just a little more difficult to do my higher pitch stuff. Although I've been recording a lot. I finished up recording a big voice acting course last night. So I'm very excited about that. And speaking of which, today I wanted to come to you and talk to you about using physicality in your performance as a voice actor to become a better voice actor. I mean, let's face it, you got to make an impression to get a job, but to make that impression, you got to some voice acting chops, right, to get some work. And I want to talk about voice acting today and using physicality. It's some different things you can use, what it means, etc. Now, listen, as you're coming in, make sure you put your name, where you're from in the chat. Again, if you're on Facebook, make sure you put your name, like type in your name if you're if you're on Facebook and where you're from, so I can say hello, because again, Facebook for whatever reason doesn't show your name. But also make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy what we're doing here today as well. And make sure, as always, you check out a VO's Journey Elite Academy, the information below. We are definitely, after the conference this weekend, it was absolutely incredible. We had a VO's Journey conference this weekend, 3 full days of amazingness. It was a digital conference. We had like 18 different sessions. We had everyone from Sean Pratt and Scott Brick and Brent Allen Hagel, and we had Gabby Nistico, and we had Red Horrocks, and we had tons of people, CEOs from all the major platforms, amazing information, and e-learning panels, audio tech people. It was just phenomenal. And I think going through everything, back through everything again, it always, there's so many aspects to what we do as voice artists, but the acting part, it always comes back to acting. And that, we as actors, because we're actors, we're performers, business owners, but as actors, we're always going to be working on our craft. And the better we are at our craft, all right, when we put ourselves in positions that get us opportunities, we can capitalize on them. And I want to talk about something today that can help you become, in my opinion, a better voice actor almost instantaneously. So, the idea of physicality, okay, and using physical movements in order to bring about emotion through the messages that you're trying to deliver is nothing new. It's been happening for a long time, from the very beginning when acting was born, when a bunch of cave people were sitting around a fire, and one of them got up and started to reenact the story of how they killed the saber-toothed tiger, and dancing around and acting it out. Acting was born. But physicality, right, was the heart of that. Telling a story through physical motions. For us as voice actors, it's interesting, and I don't have, I don't have any research on this, but over the years, I've heard more about it. I understand it. I think we all understand it. But I think probably over millennia, or over the times that we as a species have evolved, our ears pick up variations, nuances within our voice, right? We know that. But where do we as a performer find those nuances, those different emotions, and like just brief little changes and different frequencies that bring about a different feeling? How can we do that as voice actors? And I think this is where physicality plays a part. It's so interesting when you, for example, when you're listening to someone, You ever heard the saying, and you probably experienced it, where you can tell that they're smiling. You hear the smile. I mean, it's so crazy, right, to say that. You hear a smile, but you can. Or you hear sadness. You hear, our ears can pick up physical, I guess, motions, right? They can hear it. So it makes sense for us to implement physicality, movement, expression, physical expressions into our voice acting. Okay? And this can be as simple as what I'm doing now, talking with my hands. It gives me this sense of completeness, of moving forward, explaining things in a manner in which is draws you in. Okay? It makes me feel engaged. Right? It makes me feel in the moment. It makes me feel active, even though I'm sitting down here and I'm just talking into a microphone. I still feel active. And you can hear that. You can hear when somebody is doing that, or you can hear when somebody is hunched over and they're like this. You can hear that, right? It's very hard to be excited and upbeat when you're hunched over and your shoulders are down and your head is down. I'm trying to keep my head up so you can hear me on the microphone. But it's so interesting to study physicality and how that helps us relay messages. If you want to be upbeat, if you want to be commanding and authoritative, okay, you think about your posture, standing up, your head up. This is a very physical oriented position. Okay, we are physically changing our body, how it is positioned in order to bring about an emotional state that then allows us to share messages to our audiences that sound different than if we were in a different physical state. Also using our hands, using our bodies like I just showed you where you're crunched over. But imagine if you're kind of like this, and I mean, like it's so interesting just by me even doing that. I didn't do that on purpose. Like my whole demeanor changed because I'm like this, and then for some reason my southwestern accent comes out, and I'm just relaxing here. Don't mind me. It's like that whole thing. I don't know what that comes out, but that orientation. Changing that, just the way I was sitting, it made my whole sense of being switch. And as performers, we have to be able to do that, right? We've got to be able to switch, especially as voice actors, on cue. Part of this is improvisation. I talk about this in chorus. We talk about this in the academy, right? Improvisation, and we need to bring more of it in there because I think it's so vital. But improvisation sometimes is misunderstood. And what I mean by that is I think it's misunderstood in the sense that most people just stop with improvisation, meaning, acting without a script. And I think that's a very narrow-minded way to look at it, because I think improvisation is also, what I was just doing then, right? Improvisation is, for us voice actors, improving different emotions, improving different physicality, physical positions, improving a different type of delivery. Okay, because we don't get to memorize and rehearse our lines. I mean, at least not over any, given time, more than a couple of read-throughs maybe. And that's if it's short. We certainly don't get to do that if we're reading something long form like a book. But this is where I think, physicality can really help you as a voice actor. And you should really implement it into your voice acting. Give it a shot. Try out new things, different positions, different movements with your hands. No one can see you. And that's the wonderful thing about being a voice actor too, is that you don't have to worry about people judging you about how you feel like you look. You don't have to worry about it. Okay? You can make it happen without fear that someone's going to be like, well, that just doesn't look right. We're not going for that. We're going for an effort to draw out information or draw out emotion through this message. Okay. So let's go ahead. I think we're a little light today. People, it's been a while. I will admit, it's been a while since I've come on. And I notice, the longer in between times they come on, people, you got to build this into your schedule, you know what I mean? So I do apologize for that. So I do appreciate everybody's here. We've got a few people. We've got James from Japan. What's up, man? It's good to have you. We got Sparky343. Adam Henley from Florida. What's up, Adam? Joining the Elite Academy this week. Man, it is awesome to have you. Or you're joining this week. Good. I can't wait to have you. I don't know if you were like, I joined or you did. Man, we would love to have you, Adam. I can't wait to meet you. Let's see. I so apologize. Is it Ekitis? Good morning from Wisconsin. Great to have you. Let's see. Two-Way Productions. Good morning, Anthony from Sherry and Kansas City area. Hi. I'm looking forward to your new voice training course you're working on. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about that. I finished last night. It was absolutely, I'm thrilled about it. It's been a long time coming. And, I think this conference is really... finishing this conference this weekend has really just, reinvigorated and sparked a lot of things, training that, I went through 20 years ago that has served me so well as a voice actor and performer my whole life over. So absolutely, I'm thrilled. It is actually available on A VO's Journey right now. And I've been switching around. The website's a little switched around now. So in the front, hopefully it's a little bit more easy to find the different things and the services right off the bat. So you can find it under the voiceover training there. But let's see. But thank you again so much, Sherry. Let's see. Jeremy says, good morning, Anthony. Hey, Jeremy. Tony says, how do you get work on Fiverr with the new format? So, Tony, what do you mean the new format? I'm not sure what you mean by the new format. I mean, the format's pretty much stayed the same. So I think if you follow, like for example, my course on how to make $20,000 on Fiverr. I mean, it's the same sort of thing. You're getting up your gigs, making sure everyone is filled out. You've got excellent demos. You've got really fantastic headshots and thumbnails. It's only a matter of time. You're going to get work on Fiverr. I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure what you mean by the new format. If you mean like the new ribbon on top or something like that, where they changed that, I mean that's just the ribbon. It's not changed like how it's set. Now. If you mean like them starting to do away with buyer requests, you know what I mean? So that again just goes into you having to make sure your gigs and everything are spot on. Let's see. Facebook user, hello, Craig Jordan from Princeton, Massachusetts. Hey, Craig. Good to have you, my friend. Let's see. Sindel Streets, morning from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Hi. Good to have you. Good to have you, Cindy. Or Sindel, sorry. Or Sindel Streets. So Sindel, is that it? I'm not sure if that's like the name of your company. I'm sorry. Jeremy, still early. I'm still drinking coffee. Dag nabbit. Jeremy said, Don and Donnie's class was great last night. Awesome from the Academy. Starting a new cycle and hoping to meet with him soon to get my DAW and RX-10 dialed in. Awesome, Jeremy. Yeah, that's what I love about, the Academy and what we have. We have, all sorts of, coaches, teachers that can help you with all the different parts of voiceover, as well as everything else that we offer in the community, which is, to me, the best around. I'm biased, I know, but definitely the best around. And our Discord server is probably one of the most active I've ever seen. So, but anyways, we'd love to have you guys there. Listen, thank you guys for stopping in today. Again, I know it was a little light this morning, but I hope, first name is Sindel. Streets is my maiden name, never fixed on YouTube. It is a cool name, Sindel, if I'm saying it right. It is Sindel Streets. It's a cool name. It totally is a cool name. I love it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by today and watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And I look forward to seeing you guys joining A VO's Journey Elite Academy. And check out avosjourney.com for all the new stuff we've got going on there as well. Talk to you guys later. Goodbye. Goodbye.